Hey everyone, Sir Lancelittle here, and so I just played a game to showcase a mod that I installed that makes the Italian and Swedish tanks better. I'll just leave it at that for now. But the file got corrupted or something. OBS didn't record it right, so I'm gonna record it again, and so here we are rolling out on New Bay. We have 2 heavies, they have 3. So I decided that we were going to go to the bridge because, I mean, this is the bad side for hull down tanks, and they have a Conqueror, an Emil, and a Tiger 2, so we'd be at a disadvantage there. But did you hear that there when we started? That was Italian. Excuse me, that was not Italian, that was Swedish. Yeah, I did get a Windows mod for, or rather Steam client mod for the game that allows you to customize the crew voices, and so now all my Italian and Swedish tanks actually announce in their respective languages, which is something that I'm astounded that they haven't included in the actual game yet. So here we are getting up to the bridge, meeting no resistance. And I see the T-95. I was hoping to be able to use reticle calibration to snipe his cupolas, but did not get that opportunity. There's that FE301. Take a shot at it, and it goes right. Very, very close miss. And here I am just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm wondering if that FE301 is going to come out, but he doesn't, so I turn right. Miss a chance to shoot at the Tiger 2, but thankfully, the Emil 1 and RU-251 on the opposing team decided to humor me. And there you go, more Swedish. It's fantastic. I really love it. It's very immersive. But yeah, it's now we're reloading this 20-second clip. It's a long reload. I'll tell you that. And plenty of choices out here in front of us, so get the clip reloaded, and I just empty it into the side of this Tiger 2. Oh yeah. 960 damage in 6 seconds feels very nice. But then again, you have that 21.5-second reload again. You just have to wait and wait and hope that you have teammates who will distract the enemies for long enough. And it's coming around reloaded again, and I can just empty into their Emil 1. And you will note that on level ground it does have a decent upper plate. It's not super weak, so that's something you need to watch out for when you're playing against it. Tier 7s will definitely struggle against that upper plate, and some Tier 8s as well. Alright, 2,500 put out already, and I popped the reticle calibration to try and snipe those cupolas. Bad marksmanship on the first shot. Second shell goes in, and the third one as well. And now I'm just backing up again. Definitely want to stay away from that T-95 because he can put Pramo through my turret even though he's slightly below me. Tier 9 tank destroyers will take apart Emil 1s. Take an HE shell from the T-95. Maybe he thought he could shoot through my tracks and failed. But here I am above a Conqueror, and this is not an ideal situation for him. I can perma-track him, get a casual max roll there, and leave him in place right there, and on less than 700 HP. I do make a bit of a mistake here. I go too close, and he puts... Actually, I'm not sure if he put that shell through my turret or not, but one thing about the turret is that if it's not pointed directly at your enemies, the sides are very weak. But there, he bounces right off. I don't. And get a nice high roll there. 4,700 damage, and 8,800 blocked for a beautiful candid ace in the brand new Emil 1. Just look at that. 2 kills, 4,700 damage for 1,381 base XP. So here we go in a second replay, this time with Wheeler as the hero, and he's rolling out on Dead Rail. In this particular matchup, he's top tier, and there are 3 heavies per side, so it's a pretty good matchup. One important thing to take note of is that there are no tier 8 tank destroyers, and because he's top tier, there are obviously no tier 9 tank destroyers. Those are the 2 biggest threats to a tier 8 hull down tank, because tier 8 is where the penetration values really start to grow, and so a tier 8 tank destroyer can really be a big threat to an Emil 1. However, he's not going to have that problem. He just has this poor Tiger that he's going to absolutely tear apart. Second shell bounces off the mantlet, but the third shell goes right into the turret. Great stuff there. Now he's reloading, and the enemy isn't really doing anything while he's doing this. Tiger's trying to put a shot in, but hits the dirt. And here, Wheeler's clip reloads just in time for him to put a beautiful HE shot into that T-49. And then he dumps the rest of it into that particular Tiger 1. That poor guy now down to a 1-shot. And Wheeler is reloading his clip again, now having put out 1,700 damage and already blocked 220. He's having a great game already. Peeking up over the ridge, he doesn't have to be too afraid because there's only a single tank destroyer who's not even on this side of the map. He bounced the IS-3, he bounced the Löwe, and he got more damage, finishing off that Tiger 1. Looking for a last shot to empty out his clip. Tries to take it, it doesn't go in. Now, one thing to notice about Wheeler's setup is that he doesn't have reticle calibration, and I can understand why. Partially, well, mostly because otherwise you only have a single repair kit, and with the massive amount of Emils in the matchmaker these days, it's important to have that extra repair kit sometimes so that you can not get tracked as often. Like this poor Löwe. Got tracked, was held still, and lost another 320 HP. Then he does put an APCR round into Wheeler's turret because Wheeler was turned away. He misses that one, and Wheeler's clip is almost reloaded. Löwe backs off, and Wheeler now turns his attention to that IS-3 on his flank. Now, this guy does have about 1,500 HP, so it will take 2 clips for Wheeler to finish him off. Gets a nice high roll, max roll there. Makes the next one go in, and the next one. And now he has to wait 20 seconds, in which the IS-3 can reload more than a full shell. But that's not going to be a problem, as evidenced by the Emil's strong armor, which you'll see just here. That IS-3 used to be one of the best tanks in the game, and now is completely outclassed by the Emil 1. Wheeler now reloading his clip, getting into the base in a 2v2. Him and a Smasher against a Type 62 and an SU-12244. The base is captured right around the time the clip reloads, and now he's advancing towards B, towards where those other enemy tanks are. What's great is that he and his teammate are both very healthy and won't really have a problem against an SU-122 that you can really just splash with HE, and a Type 62 with less than 400 HP. Advancing towards B, getting the easy kill, and getting a lucky bounce from the 122. Aiming in, and that shell goes wide right. Kind of a tragedy right there. as he now only does have one shell in the clip, which means he won't be able to finish off the Type 62. Advancing towards him with the Smasher on his flank. This poor Type 62 didn't stand a chance. Barely escapes the Smasher's wrath there, but doesn't get lucky the second time. And look at that. 5-minute game, 4,700 damage, 2,000 blocked. Just showcasing the powerful armor on this tank. And look at that. No one on his team even compared at all to him. Nor on the enemy team. Just absolutely tearing apart the enemy team. And especially look here. This Tiger 1 lost all of his HP to Wheeler. Just a brutal, brutal game. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.